everybody. Ow, ooh, ah. What am I sitting on? All right, I'm sitting on something bizarre. I don't know what it is. It feels really weird. It feels very weird that I'm sitting on it, but I guess I'm not sitting on anything other than the chair. Maybe the chair is what feels weird. Anyway, okay. But we're moving ahead with this. Hello, everybody. My name is Maris, and it's a Tuesday. And, not only is it Taco Tuesday, I love tacos. I think that's what I'm going to eat today. I'm going to go to Del Taco. I love Del Taco. Don't tell Del Taco that I love Del Taco. No, you can tell Del Taco that I love Del Taco, but I love Del Taco. I'm going to go get me a number one on the way home. Yeah, I'm starving, Marvin. I feel like I haven't eaten in days. But actually, I was doing my Tuesday Google Live or the Tuesday Google Meetup, whatever readings that I do on Google Meet. I love that channel. I'm just letting you know. I love that channel. And I love doing those live readings. Those live readings are personal one-on-one, so it's just me and you. And I have a little video that like shows you what I look like. Well, right now is what I look like. But it's really cool. And I have like had a blast with every single one of those readings that I've been doing, and I like love them. So I'm not doing them just on Tuesday, I'm doing them on other days. But when I come on Facebook Live or I'm over here on Instagram doing an Instagram Live, I'm doing a generalized reading for like everybody, or what's the energy that's coming in? What are we going to experience on a collective? And oh, whoops. It says my little thing isn't set. Slow, protected, restricted, follower, leave comment slow. I'll just go slow. I don't know what that means. It's so that I guess I can see. Oh, you love the vibe I'm giving off today. Well, thank you, Matthew. It's just been a phenomenal day. I love doing readings. I was like, Jesus Christ, can I do this as a full-time gig? I was like, I would like totally love it. But anyway, let's get back to task because it's Tuesday and we need a reading. And I love doing readings. Did I say that? I think I did. Del Taco. I'm thinking about tacos too. All right, so we're doing ancestors and angels. And I'm like, okay, spirit guides, whoever's listening, at least if you're on the light side, what's going on in our world? What do we need to know about? Okay. And you know what? All I had to do was ask, and the answer was there. Didn't go away. I got to bend down and like pick up these cards. Well, funny that you would say that, Matthew, because like yesterday was a day of retreat. I did a little mini retreat, and it was just like phenomenal. I loved it. I loved every minute of it, and I'm like feeling totally groovy today. And so I really stress for people to make sure you're taking time out to love on you. Make sure you're taking time out to love on yourself and to honor and respect yourself. That's so important to do. All right, we got a lot of groovy energy coming in, and I don't have my little stage, and I'm using a little different thing. So I'm going to have to do like the old fashioned look at the card. Okay, I'm going to bring it up here. We've got the sun card. Okay, so we're talking about this is a weekend or a week of some good stuff. Success, happiness, things falling into place. It's kind of like, oh, I didn't know. Um, it could be so easy. And I'm like, it's usually not so easy. You just had everything fall into place. That's what this is about here when we're looking at the sun card. We're talking about everything falling into place and going like in a magic poof, like the good kind of poof, not the bad kind of poof, just to clarify. So really good energy coming in. Midas kind of week. Some of my gambling friends would be going, oh, does that mean I can go to the casino? Honey, you can go to the casino anytime you want. You just have to make sure that you're in connection or you're in vibe with that vibration of that machine. And if that machine isn't talking, you need to move on. Just kind of like some relationships that we have. The next card that comes up, and this is our obstacle card because I got a whole bunch of them. And the obstacle card is the snake. And the snake, a lot of times people think of that as something negative. No, what we're doing here is we're going to shed off that old skin. So with our success, we're going to be getting rid of some of those negative vibrations and negative connections in. Things that hold us back, we'll be letting those go. That's that obstacle, is that they're coming up to a surface and those realizations come to the forefront. And that's what I'm looking at when I look at this next card, which is the summer card. But I want you to, not pay attention to what the words say, but pay attention to the picture. What does a bee do? What does a bee do? A bee pollinates, it creates, it moves vibration or energy from one plant or one flower, and it carries it and it takes it to the next one and the next one, the next one. Then it goes back to the hive and it feeds in all of that vibration, body, mind, and spirit in, and we start creating honey. And honey is a good thing. Honey is like very nutritious. It is food directly from the land. So it's a very perfect kind of creation. And in this, so what are we looking at here is that as we are enjoying a high vibration of what I'm going to call Midas touch kind of stuff, we're allowing ourselves to let go of things that don't define us, or of relationships that are holding us back or don't define us, so that we can start creating who we are, where we want to go, and what we want to do. 2021 is about opening up that reality of your path and who you are and where you're going to go. Now, what I think is interesting is that the energy of the she-wolf comes in. And I'm going to bring this up a little bit closer. I'm kind of looking at the screen. Okay, so we see the she-wolf. Okay, and what do you notice about the she-wolf? There is a full moon that is right behind her. Kind of bring it up here a little bit more. And I want you to look at that little makeup around her eyes. If it'll let it focus. Probably not. Urgh. Okay, so she's got these little dots around her eyes, with the paint, and it's creating this look, this mask, but it's a transparent mask through in many ways. As you can see, what's underneath that, we're just kind of painting it through there. That she wolf is this very kind of raw, primitive energy or creativity that we carry in our earth center. And so it's talking about releasing that energy or working with that energy in order to create. As you're changing things, there's a lot of change going on this week. But when we change and we let things go out of our system or out of our vibration, we have to fill that space in with something. And if you haven't totally figured out what that something is, use that energy, that she wolf through there. Oh, my son is like calling me. I have to like call him back. All right. Now, the last two cards are kind of interesting, because this card right over here talks about waiting, like Oracle, waiting for intuitive messages or intuitive information. And my question to you, or important information, my question to you is, have you started back, back to meditating? Meditating doesn't mean always sitting in a lotus style or crisscross applesauce with your fingers together going, We can meditate when we run. We can meditate when we cook. We can meditate when we shower. We can meditate. I wouldn't meditate when you drive because you want to be a little bit more aware of what you're doing. We can meditate if we were on a walk. We can meditate if you were, and I'm getting like needlepoint. You can meditate in a lot of different ways. Get back to meditation. There's a lot of information that we're cutting ourselves off from because we're not taking the time to just listen. We'll say, I hear ya, I hear ya, but we're really not listening. And sometimes in the silence of our actions, such as running, needlepoint, swimming, baking, cooking, even cleaning house, taking a shower, sometimes in that silence, we hear the loudest and we can listen to the loudest messages. And that's what we're talking about in this card. Trust yourself. Stop discounting who you are as a person. Trust yourself. If you have weaknesses, that's fine, but you've got a lot of strengths that make up for those weaknesses. And you can connect in with people that maybe your strengths or their weaknesses, and you guys work together like a woven mat, and you create something really strong and beautiful between yourself. It's a little bit about networking until you get all of your weaknesses into a strength. But trust yourself. Stop saying you can't do these things. You can. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can do it. I have faith in you. Have faith in yourself as well. So trust your talents in these changing times because there is a lot of change that is occurring around us all the time. And we are always in total evolution day to day to day. Sometimes we're a little stagnant and that evolution is really, well, hello, Kimberly Moore from Memphis. Sometimes that energy stays real stagnant and we don't move as quickly as we can and we don't get to enjoy all of those groovy successes. Oh, where was that one thing? Like in the sun. Because if you're still on yesterday's energy, you're not digging today's sunshine. Just saying it like that. So, um, I hope that you enjoyed this reading today. Um, don't be such a fuddy-duddy. Get out, experience life. And I do have one challenge because there is something that I have noticed quite a bit going on. It's when we wear our mask, we lose a little bit of our identity. So when you have that mask on, I want you to make sure that every person that you make eye contact with, because they can't see your gorgeous, lovely smile, I want you to say hello to them. Let's reconnect with people. It's a really beautiful vibe, and I love feeling beautiful vibes. So, peace, love, and harmony. I hope to see you guys very soon, and thank you for coming by. Okay, my son.